This has 25 calories in 2 tablespoons.
Oh my gosh!
Jackpots. I hope I said mélange à trois. God, get you, yeah. Don't judge me. How y'all doing? Let's make it rain. It's your girl Tammy Trains, and today I'm going to be showing you how I make my super high super high protein, low calorie, high protein, low calorie, high protein, low calorie, high protein, low calorie tuna omelet. I'm actually going to be doing this as a bit of a breakfast for dinner vibe, but y'all can eat this for breakfast if you'd like to. You can also do what I'm doing and eat it as breakfast for dinner, but you can also eat it for lunch, or like it's a really great brunch item. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started. First ingredient here, obviously I'm going to be using eggs. I'm going to be using 2 eggs. Then I'm going to be using 2 cans of tuna. If you see me step out of the frame, I promise I'm still here. I'm literally just going to grab ingredients. So 2 cans of tuna. You always want to make sure that you get chunk light tuna in water, not in oil, because oil is going to add a whole bunch of extra calories that you don't need, and it won't add as much protein as it's not going to give you any protein. Basically, the protein is coming from the fish itself, not from the oil. So keep that in mind. You would literally just be taking in like extra calories if you got the tuna in the oil. So 2 cans of tuna, 2 eggs. What else are we gonna do? We're gonna use some of my favorites. Oh, this is convenient. My freezer's right here. Mélange à trois, right? Mélange à trois. Right? For those of you who speak French, moi je suis aussi une francophile. I'm also a francophile, so I speak a little French every now and then. Mélange à trois. Did I say mélange à trois? I hope I said mélange à trois. Right? So it's like the blend of the 3 colors of the peppers. I really hope I didn't say that. Oh my God. Get you, yeah. Don't judge me. Okay. What else was I looking for in my freezer? I think that was it for the freezer things. Yeah, now I'm gonna go into my fridge and I'm gonna grab some arugula. Yeah. I was gonna put tomatoes in it today, but I don't feel like it. It's all good. Okay. I should have got the one that has the onions in it, but this will do. Okay, so we use baby arugula as well. So I'm gonna put my ingredients behind the camera. One more thing I'm gonna get my seasoning. So not one more, there are a few more things. I'm still here though, I promise. Yeah. So what I like to use is Trader Joe's salmon rub. And then I also like to use some lemon pepper. This is from Aldi. And I think that's it. Yeah, for now, I don't think there's anything else I want to put in it. Okay, I'm gonna grab some spray oil to spray the pan. See, in the spirit of using less oil, try to use like these spray oils. This is the spray olive oil from Aldi. I don't know, my thing about this one is it turns black in the pan very quickly, so you might be better off getting like a spray, like investing in the more expensive like spray olive oil. Don't mind my wardrobe adjustment. You could also get the spray avocado oil, right? And like if you spray for it says like a quarter of a second, it's like 0 calories. So obviously I spray a little longer than that, but it's fewer calories than if you were to just throw in a hunk of oil, right? So we're gonna be using this, save on these calories. Then I'm going to mix myself a little ranch with some hot sauce. And sometimes what I'll do is like, this is more like a Chipotle ranch vibe where I'm using Tapatio hot sauce, right? Let me tell you something. So I feel like I made a salad on here and I showed y'all myself using some Caesar dressing. I didn't even like the dressing in the end. Like for real. Like I went back, I wanted to get some like low fat Caesar. The Caesar that I used before was like this Caesar vinaigrette from Trader Joe's, like that romaine Caesar dressing. It just, I don't know, it doesn't do it for me the way like either low fat Caesar. Well, I haven't found a good low fat Caesar dressing. I found like a light Caesar dressing. I feel like it's harder for them to make Caesar dressing low fat. But I did find this here low fat ranch from Ralph's / Kroger. This is not low fat, but fat free ranch, right? And let me tell you something. If you're eating regular ranch dressing, right, that's a lot of calories. Like, I wouldn't say a lot, but it's like, if I can get away for consuming, right, more food or the same amount of food and taking in less calories while doing so, I'm going to choose that option. So let me tell you something. This has 25 calories in 2 tablespoons. Jackpot. So I'm gonna mix this. Sometimes if I'm going for more of a like Asian vibe, I'll mix it with some sriracha and do a sriracha ranch. Today I'm doing a more Mexican Chipotle vibe, so we're gonna do Chipotle ranch and mix it with the hot sauce. All right, let's do this. Let me grab a handy dandy frying pan. Okay, y'all, we are officially back. I just had to make some adjustments to my camera. Okay, so what I want to do is make sure that I'm using a pan with a wide enough radius because this egg is going to spread, right? So this is what we're going to start with. I'm just going to use this tray to set my ingredients on. I'm going to go in my drawer and grab a can opener if I can find one. Where's my can opener? 1 second.
A few moments later.
There it is. Okay, so here are my 2 cans of tuna, and there are my eggs. So I'm actually not going to crack my eggs first. What I'm gonna do is open these cans of tuna. So I'm gonna do that right now. Y'all, tuna is great. Like, listen. 100 grams of tuna gives you, honestly, like, what is it? It's like, well, this is, I think, like 142 grams of tuna, actually. But anyway, 5 ounces, 110 calories, and 23 grams of protein per can. Is that not wild? Okay. We're turning. Okay. That's can number 1. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the top open just a little bit. I didn't open it all the way because what I like to do is like drain it and use the lid to help me drain it. So that's 1. Ooh, look at it dripping onto the pan. I'm a mess. You be trying so hard to be extra neat and extra dainty, and the world won't let you be great. It's okay. It's softball season. Happy International Women's Day, y'all, by the way. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna drain these in my sink real quick and be right back. Okay, I drained my tuna, so I'm gonna set these 2 cans to the side. Happy International Women's Day, by the way. I don't know if this will post before or after, but I do want to make sure I say that to y'all. So happy either current or belated International Women's Day. I'm actually going to bring this tray back and use it to crack my eggs because I don't feel like making a mess. Yeah. Not me trying to crack an egg on a metal pan. I knew that wasn't gonna work. I'll just do it out here. Yeah, there we go. So, happy International Women's Day. One thing I want to see y'all put into the comments is one way that you're pouring into yourself today or whatever day that you see this. One thing that you're doing to take care of yourself, to pour back into yourself, because you remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. So, there go my cracked eggs, BRB.
3, 2, 1!
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my pan a little hot. I'm gonna adjust the heat to, let's see, roughly around medium. I don't know if you can see me doing this, but yeah, the pan's in the way. We're gonna put it on medium. And now I'm gonna cut open the bag of mélange à trois. Did I say it right this time? Yeah, I said it I said the correct term. I just think that's funny how Trader Joe's is getting real cheeky there. Like, you knew what you really wanted to say. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spray some cooking spray. I'm gonna set that to the side. Let this get a little hotter. And then in the meantime, I am gonna go ahead and scramble my eggs.
Whip it real hard, whip it real hard. 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 Whip it real hard, whip it real hard.
How are they looking? You think they're scrambled enough? Yeah?
Yes?
Okay. Let's set those to the side. Now that our pan is hot, go ahead and do this mélange à trois on here. I'm trying to make sure I don't get the pieces that are like too long. See, that's kind of long, so toss it back in with these red ones. I don't know, who was cutting the green peppers at Trader Joe's this time? Because the green ones are awful long, and there's only a couple of them that are like short enough for me to use. For this meal. I want some more. And see, the peppers are something that honestly, like, you don't have to really like skimp on when it comes to portion control, because these are literally like 20 calories for 2/3 cups, right? Like, that's volume eating for you, where you get away with eating higher volume of food, and then you take in less calories. Yeah. Okay, so nice and saute. And keep sauteing until we see just a little bit of char. In the meantime, what we're also going to do is we're going to take some lemon pepper and sprinkle that on the peppers, right? And I like to just sprinkle until the ancestors say, "Child, that's enough," right? Until the ancestors whisper, "Child, that's enough." Okay. Saute, saute, saute. Sachet, saute, freak out. Ah, freak out. You gotta romanticize your life. You gotta have fun with all the little mundane tasks that you're doing, right? Cooking, right? Grocery shopping. Like, it does not have to be boring. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is, I'm actually gonna turn the pan on low for this step. And I'm gonna go ahead and, there, okay. Fry open my tuna. I'm gonna grab this fork. I know I just used it to scramble some eggs, but the thing is, like, I'm not gonna use the tuna can is going straight in the trash can. I'm not using it to do much else. Like, I'm cooking the tuna right now. So, it's one can. Yeah. Okay. Try not to waste. Try to get as much of the food from the can, the tuna from the can, into my pan. Yeah, because it's like an animal did give us its life for us to be able to consume it and be nourished by it. So we don't want that life to have been given up in vain. Good God. See, the thing is, I'm refusing to harm my nails. No manicures were harmed in the filming of this content, right? And we want to keep it that way. Okay. Ow, ow. Okay. I think we got most of it into the pan. Yeah, and you know what I found out? I have been buying my little spatulas and stuff like that from the dollar store for the longest time. Y'all, please don't do that. You want to know why? Hold on, I'm gonna grab a napkin. Because the dollar store stuff is honestly like, I love the dollar store. I love the Dollar Tree. It's great. But what I did notice is that their utensils are not very heat resistant. Okay, we're gonna turn the pan back up to medium. Not very heat resistant. And you're like, ooh, $1. And like, that's what I was doing when I was like moving and trying to save money. But then I went over to Walmart and I saw that like they had heat resistant stuff. I think this spatula is heat resistant up to like 450 degrees. So I can like get away with resting it on the side of the pan and not having to worry. Whereas all my Dollar Tree utensils now have like melted like sides and ends. And you know that's bad because then you end up like consuming some of that plastic, right? Like, it's like, can't be good for you, right? It's another carcinogen like the millions and billions of other carcinogens on this planet. But still, like, I want to try to like cut them out where I can. Okay, so just keep sauteing this. In the meantime, we're going to add some of the Trader Joe's salmon rub. This is one of my favorite seasonings from Trader Joe's. And I just get a little generous with this because it's very low in salt. Okay. Sauce. What did I say earlier? Saute. Shante. Freak out. Aw, freak out. Aw, I'm having the best time over here making my omelet. I hope y'all are having a good time with me. Yeah, and what I try and do is like make sure that these pieces that are like more chunky, that they're broken down so that they spread through evenly when I go back and I pour the egg over this. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add like a handful of arugula to this. Oh, hello. Yeah, arugula cooks down, so it's like a handful's, gonna ultimately not end up looking like a handful. But I always make sure to do this step because if you don't, like honestly, like, and you just put fresh arugula in the omelet, it's harder, I find, to consume. You'll have like sprigs of arugula kind of sticking up, whereas if you like saute it, I just turn the pan back down to low. If you saute it, then you it just blends better with the omelet, right? Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna deglaze the pan with a little bit of apple cider vinegar. I know I didn't show you all that step earlier, but you're gonna take like a capful, or maybe half a capful, and do that, right? Kind of adds to the flavor, right? We got a little salt, fat, acid, heat action going on. And see how everything is just kind of coming up off the pan since we have the addition of the vinegar? A little bit goes a long way. And you can add a full capful if you want, if you find that you need a little bit more deglazing. But I find that that's enough. Yeah. It's sufficient. Okay, so here we go. So we want to make sure that we spread everything out well so that it will be spread evenly by the time we pour the egg over it, which is what we're about to do. Okay. So I'm going to set this down on my spoon rest, knowing I very well could have also laid it on the side of the pan and been fine since it's heat resistant. But here, I'm going to take my scrambled egg, and actually before this I'm going to spray a little bit more oil on the pan. Just enough to prevent it from sticking, the egg from sticking to the pan. Yeah. Okay, there we go. I'm going to slowly make make sure that I get it everywhere, because what you don't want to do is like pour it all on the outsides and then you don't have any egg in the middle. What you also don't want to do is pour it all in the middle and then you don't have any egg on the outsides. Yeah. And you can do this with 1 can of tuna if you want instead, but honestly, fam, we're trying to up the protein. We're trying to be like muscular. We're trying to do some heavy duty body recomposition, right? It's gonna be a hot girl summer. Hot girl summer. Wonderful. Okay, that's good. Okay. Now my thing is, I don't know if it's gonna flip today, if it's gonna cooperate, but we'll see. Okay, now we're going to sprinkle a little bit more lemon pepper. And at this step, you can honestly do some just regular old salt and pepper if you want. But I like lemon pepper. Still lemon pepper on my mother wings. It's a Rick Ross line from some song. I think Thug Cry, yeah. I just wanna be the one you want. I just wanna be the one you run to when you're down. I just wanna fly. I'll show you tonight. I'ma put it on you, baby. Take you past your pride. Okay, turn the pan up to somewhere between, I wanna say like low medium now. I didn't sing that right, did I? That's not, how's it going? I'ma put it on you, baby. No? I forget the words. I gotta play that later. Yeah, that had to be like on my like gym playlist or something. Yeah. I listen to a lot of Rick Ross at the gym. Really gets me going. It's provocative. Gets the people going. All right, we're gonna let this heat up. That's it. I'ma put it on you, baby. Take you past your pride. That's like not the key, is it? I don't know. One of those. I think a little too much about what I'm listening to on a daily basis. I feel like I'd be in the studio with artists in my brain. And it's like, all right. So when you start to see it solidify a little, you can turn the pan back to low, right? And you want to make sure that you're able to give it a good jiggle, right? Without any like egg itself, any liquidness coming up off the omelet, right? Okay. So here's where we start going around the edges, preparing for a flip over. And my question is, did I not use enough oil? Because it is starting to get a little brown at the edges. Yeah, probably not. And you know what? That's okay. That is a-okay. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the pan off. And one thing to remember is, even though the pan is off, the like the food is still cooking, it's still warm. Yeah, I definitely should have sprayed a little bit more oil. And I'm over here trying to make sure I'm healthy as possible and using as little oil as possible, but I also want to make sure that I don't always, have my food stick into the pan. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did get a little bit on this back end. So you should use a tad bit more oil. It's okay. We can live without this part. We can live without that part. But yeah. There she blows. Now, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put it on the plate and it'll look so pretty and we can forget how it looked when it was in the pan. Oh man. But I promise you, it's delectable. Okay. And what I can do actually is, now that we're here, at this point, there. sometimes little problems require little solutions. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so at this point, I just want to make sure it actually comes out the pan. Yep, it will. Yeah. You know what? It's a little rough and ready. That's what they say on the Great British Baking Show. It's a little rough and ready, but it is what it is, right? Like, it's still gonna be delectable. Okay, let me grab me a plate. I'm gonna grab me a plate. Okay, here's our plate. I'm gonna take off the skillet and put it into the plate. Okay. I'm just gonna get the rest of the crumbs onto the plate because I don't like wasting. Yeah. I like my little fish omelet crumbs. They're delectable. Honestly, that's the best part of the food. Like that little burn part at the end. They're like, not even burn, but like charred, crispy part at the end. There we go. This beat really does go well. This little lo-fi beat that I have on the background, I don't know why it flows so well with the Rick Ross song. I just gotta get it in the right key. I think it was lower. I just wanna be the one you run to when, yeah. Fly, I'ma show you tonight. I'ma put it on you, baby, take you past your... Yes, that's it. Okay, so here's the omelet itself. I'm going to make the sriracha ranch now. Don't mind me, I'm just grabbing a clip to put my peppers away. Yeah. Okay, stick this in the freezer. And now we're gonna make our sriracha ranch. Now the thing with the sriracha ranch is I like to make sure that don't worry, my burner is off, so it's cool for me to sit this down here. It actually keep the food warm. I like to make sure that I use like just a little, one of those takeout containers for sauces so that, here, let me show you. If I can find it, hold on. You know what? I have one of these little ones from the dollar store. There we go. Yeah, I like to use these so that if I make too much, I can save it for later. And I'm just gonna go ahead and eyeball here, but roughly 2 tablespoons is what we're going for, right? For only 25 calories. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? So I just did 2 big squirts, right? And now I'm gonna take my tapatio, and I get pretty liberal with this, mainly because like it's what, 0 calories? I was reading the nutrition. Yeah, y'all see that? 0 calories, right, per teaspoon. So honestly, it's fine. Everything's fine. Here we go. You just gotta get it how you live. Like, if I can eat all the hot sauce I want for that few calories, aka 0 calories. Yeah. Sorry, all the noise in the background earlier when I said everything was fine. It was me almost dropping my my silverware drawer. It's all good. Almost. God stuck his hand out to make sure it didn't fall. Alright. Ooh. That's the sriracha ranch, y'all. Or not sriracha this time, but this is the chipotle ranch. Yeah. Literally 25 calories. And if I don't finish all of this, I can save it for later. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put my ingredients away. Then y'all can watch me feast. And then, yeah. That's gonna be it for tonight. That's it, that's all. Let's see if I can get my face in the camera. Bye. Talk to you in a second. Y'all can watch me eat in a second. All right, bye. y'all, we're gonna go ahead and give her a taste test. Yeah. It smells delectable. I wish I could give y'all a little bit. Maybe I can. Here. Want a bite? We're gonna go ahead and dip it in the sriracha ranch. Ooh, it fell. Aw, I hate when that happens. It's okay. Yummy. I wanted y'all to see my authentic reaction. This is the one right here. This is the one. I'm currently eating this for dinner, but I promise you, for like brunch, it's different. Yeah. So roughly, I want to say 62 to 64 grams of protein. Right? Yep. I'm not kidding. 62 to 64 grams of protein in this one meal, right? And only, I want to say 473, maybe 475 calories, right? I'll put the exact macros up at the end, but it's a pretty close estimate. Yeah, this is one of those meals that, like, with our 10% rule. Hold on one second. It's so good. With our 10% rule, if it were to have 475 calories, right? Then for it to be a good source of protein, then it should have at least 47.5 grams of protein, right? With our 10% rule. But this has a whopping 60, almost 64 grams of protein. So in that case, like, it's like, you need this. It's like less calories for more protein and for an amazing taste. Like, this is just, the seasoning blend is perfect. The peppers just give it this like nice little tangy. The chipotle ranch adds to the tanginess. It's a little bit spicy, so you can use less hot sauce if you want to. And y'all know Tapatio is my favorite hot sauce. I'm a Southern California girly now, right? I know I came here from the East Coast, but I ain't leaving. Yeah, oh, it's so good. All right, yeah, I'm gonna let you get one more bite before I finish this. Heavenly. Toodles, bye. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Okay, join the tribe. Peace.